When we sit down and have discussions about young professionals in the entertainment and sports industries, you often think about the biggest challenges that they have, one being the financial challenges. And if you have any questions or wondering how they can get through it, well, we are here at Amerant Bank speaking with none other than Orly OG Garcia. He is the SVP of Sports and Entertainment. Thank you so much for chatting.
Thank you for having me. I'm really honored to be here with you. Thank you.
So when we talk about young entertainers and young sports professionals, a lot of these guys come and they get to see the financial challenges. What are some of those challenges? You
know, what I see with, especially with the younger guys and gals, is they come across all this money all of a sudden. What am I going to do with it? You know, how do I manage it? And the biggest issue I see is they get their family involved, they get their cousins involved, they get all these crazy people involved when they could just take a step back, talk to your financial advisor, talk to your banker, and get the right education that you need in order to proceed your career when it comes to finances. A lot of these guys I see, they'll buy a car, right? Hey, I got this big bonus, I'm buying a Lamborghini, or I'm gonna go on these exotic vacations. You know, they gotta start planning ahead, and that's one of the biggest obstacles I see that they're doing.
You know, Orly, I think about when I became a millionaire, or in the future when I do become a millionaire, I think about these young professionals. They are acquiring a lot of finances, a lot of responsibilities, but that comes with some financial mistakes. I'm sure you've kind of mentioned some of them, but dive deeper. What are those financial mistakes?
You know, mainly what I hear from these young professionals is the advice that they're getting from their family, friends, you know, whatnot. Hey, invest here. There's a company I'm opening up. You should invest here. You should invest there. And, you know, the one thing, though, that I am proud of, you're seeing more and more of these young men and women become more educated, right? They're coming to the bank and they're asking the right questions. Listen, I have this pot of money. What do I do with it? Well, you could invest it in it with our wealth and investment team. You could buy real estate, which again, it's the greatest way to make wealth in this country. So they're starting to get smarter, and I have seen that, and I love that. I think that's great.
Yeah. And let's talk about the unpredictable circumstances that comes with something like this for these guys in these creative fields. You are here to help them manage the unpredictability, right?
Yeah, because look, they're especially in the NFL, right? The average NFL player plays 3.5 years. I mean, think about that for a moment. Like if our careers are only 3.5 years, we'd be like, oh my God, what now? So we try to educate these guys, listen, you're short-lived what you're doing. If you're lucky to play 10 years or 20 years like a Tom Brady, you're great. But most of these guys won't. So we try to sit down and give them a plan for after they're done. Start planning now. It's all about education. I think that's the biggest key going forward with these young men and women, educating them. We talk to the individual, we speak to the client, hear their needs, and then we put them in the best program possible for them to succeed. And that's really important. And I think that separates us from the pack out there in the industry.
You know, Orly, I think the biggest thing that we're learning today is about how to educate not just the individual, but their families as well, because so many people play a part, especially in those young professionals with the NIL deals. But they can get that help right here at Amerant Bank. So how can we get in touch with you guys?
You go on our website, amerantbank.com, and you could see all our different departments from private banking, where I'm at, and sports entertainment, to our wealth and investment team. So please reach out.
Yeah, great conversation, Orly. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.